And Warren Buffett said it best, but he talked about it in the stock market, I think it applies to investing in general, is that the concept of investing, and if you want to win in the investment game, you need to understand patience, because wealth is usually transferred from the impatient to the patient. And if you build with long-term people, then there's a high probability of success. That's why the people that get wrecked, you usually sit down with them and you ask them, what do you have on your portfolio? Well, what do you know about this token? What's the utility behind it? Oh, there's something that's worth $300 million market cap. Well, how much revenue do they generate? Oh, $5,000. That seems like a price discrepancy right there between the market cap and the actual value proposition of the project. I think these are a couple of things that people need to be looking at and understanding that the markets will be here forever. They're not going anywhere. There's always more opportunity. You don't have to chase opportunity. You need to attract opportunity by positioning yourself in the right rooms.
That's a key element. Actually, Jordi Alexander, he was on the podcast, and one of the things he was saying is, in crypto, there is so many opportunities that the only thing you have to do is to say no to opportunities when it feels like they're too late. Because there's going to be so many others. Your only job is not, hey, I need to find all the best opportunities. I need to find a few ones early enough so I don't get wrecked, right? And if I feel that I'm too late, I just say no, because there's going to be others, right?
And the last part with that is, all it takes to build a fantastic portfolio is a few well-calculated bets. You don't need 1,000 trades. You don't need to be out here day trading on 1-minute charts. You're going to get fucking wrecked. You're trading against algorithms, you're trading against quants, you're trading against people that are market makers, you're trading against people that have order books and they can see the flows. That's a very dangerous game. I want to play a couple high sizable bets with winning teams, Jupiter, for example, with winning builders, with people that I trust. And before I allocated multi-7-figure play with Jupiter, my entire premise was, I want to sit down with the homie. I want to see what his vision is. I want to see what he thinks. He's never talked to me about price. He's never talked to me about anything except how many users he wants to onboard in crypto. And that's the mission in Rally that I'm able to put forth. Now, I did the same thing with Luca Nets and Pudgy Penguins, and I mentioned this to you. The name of the game is coming in and getting involved with projects and teams when the blood is in the streets, when everybody's fighting it, when everybody is running for the door. That's when you want to find the winning teams and the people that have a long-term vision, and rallying behind them, sticking behind them, and empowering them to move forward.
So to challenge a bit here, or kind of reframe, not everyone is you. So not everyone can go to Meow before the token launches and say, hey, I want to get involved, right?
I disagree.
No.
That's
ridiculous.
And I'll tell you.
Wait. Just to clarify. Okay, that Luke was involved in Jupiter afterwards, right? He did the interview and stuff, but after launch, it's very important.
Yes.
After, not before. Just to clarify that.
No. Yeah. So here's the beauty. With crypto, you have the ability to talk to founders. You can get into the Discord, you can get into the communities, and you can get to know them, right? At a personal level. Just because I'm Luke Belmar, and just because I go and I have the opportunity to sit down in person, you still, as a community member, look how many people from your community have become either team members or become moderators.
Yeah, many.
I think you can get involved, absolutely.
Many.
So, or I would say, like, that's why I was more saying reframe. I would say, if you can't, for some reason, there is an amazing opportunity, which is these cycles. There are bear markets where you have these amazing teams that have been building amazing things at very depressed price. And you can go in there and talk to the people and look what's happening. And for example, Solana is a great example. And probably, a lot of other projects that are doing really well now, that will do well, there is crazy opportunities during bear markets. So much so that there is even some guys, another guy who was on the podcast, Arthur Cheong from Defiance Capital. One of the things he's focusing on is liquid investing. What does that mean? I just buy tokens that are already listed, right? Why? Because I can get them in a bear market. It's much more liquid. I can sell them whenever I want, and I can get them at an amazing price because of these cycles, right? So again, like, even if you can get in at the very beginning, there is opportunities afterwards because there is these crazy cycles where you can go in there and talk to people, because during a bear market, no one is looking, or almost no one is looking. So the founders are going to be basically.
Would you agree with that as an investor in crypto, you have the ability to communicate with the founding team so much more than
amazing,
and you can get involved with your investments at a bigger level than you would in any sort of traditional market.
Since when can you message the CEO of PG&E, and P&G and say, hey, how's it going, buddy? No fucking way, not possible, right? Because I feel like in many ways, right? Most companies have layers and layers and layers and layers of hierarchy, right? I'm saying, right? But what I found to be very interesting, for example, in the bear market, right, last cycle, man, Tony was there.
Yeah.
Like, just no, seriously, Tony was famous. He was on Twitter 24/7, right? We'll be hanging out somewhere, and he'll be like on his phone, and fuck you, man. He's fucking addicted to Twitter. He's replying to everybody on Twitter versus talking to people, right? And then I feel like, and for me and stuff, like, I do a Twitter space every once or twice a week, right? I let everyone talk, right? I get to speak, right? Everyone can message me in the Discord, right? I get a notification, right? Don't spam me, okay? Thank you. But then I try to respond, right? That problem is something, right? I think, for example, I'm very, very often someone be like, hey, man, this is not working, that's not working. And I'm like, I'll fix it, right? So I feel like that's actually a very important thing about crypto, and it relates to the whole building concept. Okay, because now you have a chance to actually get involved in building something, in being part of something that you just had no possibility. So as a result, if you actually get involved in the community, right, you can actually get to understand the project at a much deeper level. That was never possible before, not possible before, right?
And also realizing that even these projects that have multi-billion-dollar market caps, they still need a lot of help.
Yeah,
a lot of help. And there's so many holes and gaps in a lot of these projects that if you can understand and identify the problem, you can come and not only protect the capital that you've invested into these projects, but also build with them. And you'd be surprised if you provide enough value, you could find yourself with a seat at the table. And it's the highest. They don't care about your skin color. They don't care about your religion. They don't care about your background. They don't care if you have a little NFT, PFP, or if they don't care about any of these things. They don't care about whether you're KYC'd or an ANN. They care about, can you provide value? And if the answer is yes, then you can be welcomed into the seat of the table. And I've found no other market that gives you that same opportunity. You can be a person from a random village in Pakistan, India, and find yourself moderating one of the top communities, getting paid thousands of dollars, getting paid in tokens, getting paid in USDT, whatever it may be, simply because the crypto opportunity and the asymmetrical bet is so much higher than any other space in the world.